Pretty hard on the bear this game.
Yeah, and he's, as you say, he's going to have a much easier time keeping that CS advantage. Roll in. Didn't quite make the connection with the...
He actually didn't drop a stone.
Roger's kind of in trouble. I mean, he's going to take a heavy bit of damage there in response, and with Afterlife coming in, the trees block him off. A bit of a misplay there from the Earthspray. Afterlife will lose his life, so Nico's coming in. Has got the Maledict. Slayer coming across, trying to stop Dendy from chasing down a lower down. He should be fine.
Lich Armor is going to be really dominant. If they throw on the Ursa, Broodmother can't really do too much.
Look
to
at this.
People.
Afterlife actually come in with the teleport top, looking to bully Crystallize. Buys time for Slayer to come in with the crush. He has the Warcry armor, but with 4 heroes surrounding him, and the tree is blocking him up as well. That's a very clean kill for Vega. And it was sort of at the same time that this mid lane happens. This mid lane is not any better for Na'Vi. They end up losing the Witch Doctor low on us.
He's out as well.
Gets out. They are coming over.
Book 1 is online. They've got Magnetized as well. They've got a good amount of team fight here in comparison to Vega.
This is such a risk for Vega to force it. Now we have to jump in straight away with the stun into the Primal Roar. Magnetize is down. Slayer coming forward. The Nature's Wrath bouncing around. They have the stun out onto Slayer. Slayer's got Roger. He'll lose his life in return. Aloadal's trying to get himself away, but again gets stunned up. Na'Vi pick up a second. Double kill though for G. They're finding the trades. Vega Afterlife tries for the TP out, but he doesn't make it. Vega, they've lost 4. G will be the only one lucky enough to get himself out of there.
G not really, even though he's 3-0.
Oh, look at this down bottom. General ready to set up Snako. Go with the Maledict, the paralyzing cast. This time the Chain Frost pretty damn good for getting the kill in return. Snako's down. They do get the Slardar. General, see if he's fine here. Afterlife comes in with the teleport. General, he goes straight for the TP. Knows that there's no cancel and he's out of there. And Dendy with that DD. Tough. Bottom lane, Snako's just getting dove up on here. Aloha Dance dies behind the tier 2 with the speed of the phase boost of the Master Madness. Gets the kill, gets out. Dendy will find the tier 1 trade in response, but Vega bottom lane keeping this push on. G, Afterlife, and Zayak moving on. Aloha Dance just going absolutely crazy as he jumps hero to hero. Picks up another kill for himself.
This is such a standard Aloha game right
just
here.
Run
This is what he does. Bottom lane, Lich.
Looks like he's left behind. Will be punished there. Remaining very, very close here. 22 minutes in. No,
they make the jump.
They've caught him. That's the big one. Aloha Dance getting brought down very low. Can they keep him alive? They cannot. He's gone for 50. Slayer tried to come in to help him. He'll slither himself away, but there's Dendy jumping forward on the spider. Gets the touch in. General's up there as well. And with these blinks, they've just got so much chase, Na'Vi. That they pick up a second. Roger, a little bit deep. He may just bring down the Lich with him, though, and he does. Gets a third for Na'Vi. He'll take that. No further catch there. General did not have the Roar available, and even if it was there with the full duration, BKB probably would not have tried for it. But look towards G though instead. General now has the Roar, drops it down on G. G gets forced back once. Slayer in with the Corrosive Haze onto Dendy. The Chain Frost as well. It's going to be pretty nice bouncing between Dendy and Crystallize. Crystallize pops the BKB. They'll take down Slayer. They'll jump forward for G. Crystallize focusing down. Aloha Dance on the side. General's there as well. They have the Death Ward down. Na'Vi grab 2. Vega losing G as well by looks of it. The Maledict and Stormhammer will burst him down. Look at this, Rog. Bring him with the invis. Has the intel here as he spots out Aloha Dance. That'd be a huge catch to get him. Because of that, General's allowed to jump in. Slayer's there with a response. Gets the 2-man crush to buy some time. And now with the BKB and the ult, he turns back to Rog. But Rog rolls out in time. Will survive as he's healed up by the Voodoo Restoration. And he'll get him or will self away. Denny now moving in. Slayer again with the crush, but Crystallize again. Perfect positioning. Jumps into place. Gets the stun down onto Aloha Dance. Picks up a second. Crystallize is consistently impressing in this game. And overall, it's just Na'Vi playing much tighter as a team in comparison to Vega. G, he's farming these ancients for the low ground. Has to be careful. Snako jumps forward. BKB comes out. G in response turns towards Roger. Roger buying some time for himself with the yours, but there again the jump and Crystallize looks for Aloha Dance. BKB and the ult's out. He hasn't got the damage, of course, to punch through that ult, but they have got the stun duration. The Roar from General comes through the BKB onto the Ursa. Crystallize moves on for a second. Jump forward from General. Jump forward from Dandy. Everybody's jumping in onto G. Roger kicks him in the face, and Na'Vi bring down a third. How do you stop this push?
Jump in right away.
Straight indeed onto Aloha Dance. He does get forced to the side. Chain Frost is thrown out, but Denny just BKBs, mans up against the bear. Aloha Dance still alive for the time being, heading back. Dendy moves forward. It will end up getting himself Hex. as now Vega can turn, beat down on the Spider. That's the Aegis pop. Seneko getting brought down by G. Crystallize comes in with the stun. Roger jumping forward as well. Gets the 3-man boulder smash off into the Magnetize. He will get taken down almost early. He uses himself, buys some time. Again, oh, he's the cheese. Rolls out. It doesn't matter. Not going to make it. The Bears there ready and waiting as Na'Vi actually lose the Aegis. Alohadas, he has to run. He can't hide. Zayak and G are there. Slayer does come forward. Now they can look to turn. Crystallize BKB's back up, but he's been Viper Strike. The kite is real. He's slowed down, has to blink himself away. Dendy still trying to fight up against the law, but there's Afterlife. This Hex on the Nature's Prophet. Great plays from Afterlife as well. Did, of course, cost him the use of that buyback to get in.
And now he's dead.
And now he is. He's not getting out of this. Slayer. I mean, it's a cute little 3-man crush, but there's just no damage follow-up at the time. Zayak throws out a Chain Frost. And still backing off G, being moved forward, but Seneko there. Crystallize is just ready to turn. Drops down the stun. Death Ward's there, takes down the Lich. They'll move forward onto G. He's surrounded by Na'Vi. This time, this fight should be the end of the game, as a double kills there for Crystallize. G will buy back. They're trying their best to hold on, but Na'Vi, with 4 members ready to beat down and take the fight here. Can Vega really hold with just 2 alive? It is their 2 cores.
Seneko taunting as well in front of the tier 4s.
Oh, lower dance. He's trying for it. Straight in with the BKB, looking towards General. General forced back. At the Earth shot, but now Na'Vi just turned. The stun's there with the Maledict, paralyzing Cask as well. Aloha Dance has gone for 77. GG well played is called as they finally tap out, and Na'Vi take Game 1. Very convincing from Na'Vi and very strong. Crystallize and Dendy in this game. We'll see what Vega do have in plan though with this Bloodseeker lineup.
No, not yet. He could get dove right now. This could be a little bit of a problem. Depending on the shards, they're able to... Crystallize is trying to juke him out, but nope. Perfect by Slayer. And yeah, he's going to die once.
Actually pops the 1 charges, but yeah, not nearly enough to save him.
Io's level 4. They're starting to stack up Ancients, but... Oh, this is the combo that we were talking about. Just like Will was saying, Ricky is extremely good versus the Puck for this reason. Of course, the Io having that healing salve as well to make sure that he's sustained, but Clockwork rotating in as well. They get the hook shot.
Hook shot, yeah, this is perfect. Smoke cloud is down, and you can see Zayak just being focused by Roger. They do have the Shrine here.
Shrine, though.
The tether is going to do a lot, and in fact, they just turn. The Quill Sprays start to stack up. Crystallize turns up. Aloha Dance is trying to finish off General. General gets Dream caught by Afterlife. He's on the high ground. Ice Pass there holding him back. General, can he survive this? Surely not. No, finally goes down. He can't get himself away from that. And indeed, just... always a risk fighting around a Shrine.
Damage coming up from Na'Vi besides that, Ricky.
Dendy. He's going to get caught out here by the Snowball. Slayer closing the gap, but General jumps forward. Has the hook shot, doesn't make the connection, but it does close the gap so he can get in. Put down the cogs, try by the space for Dendy to get out, and he can.
Very nice. Some farm and some levels in order to really be able to take the fights with his team. But that being said, bottom, Dendy gets the stun on Afterlife. The Laguna as well.
Always close, but it's not enough. Afterlife tries to get out. Oh, okay, they still get it. But now Dendy's been smoked up. Can they find it? Stun. Down onto Bristol. Bloodbright's there, forcing Na'Vi to split. Vega should have a good chance of finding Roger. Can he play his way out of this one? Oh, he'll jump, but the Snowball ends up connecting onto 2. War's Punch finishes off the Ricky. And Na'Vi, they're trying to man up here. Looking towards G. Dendy just pummels into him.
Big Bristle.
Oh, this is beautiful as well for Dendy and his Bloodstone. He gets a couple of kills. 15 charges now up for him. Aloha Nars teasing around on the edge of the fight. Vega already behind him, but this TP's coming into the Shrine. Na'Vi.
What's he going to build on the Bristle? Oh, Roger gets dusted up.
He's got the ult, though. He can buy time for the rest of Na'Vi to come in and maybe take this fight. Ice Palm's not going to connect. Morris Punch to try and hold back General. General still has the hook shot if he wants to get nice and deep, and there he goes. Straight in onto the IO. Crystallizes there. Pops down the Reaper Scythe. That's going to be the IO down for 40. Bloodbright not going to make the connection. Crystallize has been ruptured. Can Na'Vi keep him alive? Ice Path trying to hold back Aloha Dance. Roger moving forward. They kind of need Dendy for this, or maybe they don't. I mean, Roger, he just jumps forward. He takes down the Tusk. Looks like they don't need Dendy. Dendy at the moment on the top half of the map.
Struggling a bit versus Na'Vi.
And you said it as well. Once that Silver Edge is there on Dendy, these fights are going to be so hard.
Bottom lane.
This
is fine.
A little bit deep, but
he gets a tower. You can see actually exactly what he's doing. Like we were saying, he has max liquid fire. He's just running directly at towers and just liquid firing, and they're gonna get the return kill on the IO at least.
Tries for the TP out. Aloha Dance in the neighborhood. That's still where you've got to be very careful about how you poke and prod. And indeed Na'Vi backing off. Dendy's there though. Just have the Silver Edge here. He can't find the stun. Hookshot still on cooldown. Now he's back. But Afterlife jumps in with the two-man Dream Coil. Vega, they're ready to go. Blood right down. Will clip onto both Crystallize and Roger. Ice Path from Sneko holding back Aloha Dance. They really want to fight here, Vega. Na'Vi, they do though as well. General Hookshot's in onto Zayak, and with the Laguna Blade that will blow the IO up. Na'Vi now try to move forward for more. Blood rides down. Roger gets himself out. Sneko will be silenced. Light Strike will be juked out by the Snowball. The Slayer comes back in, but he's back into the clutches of Na'Vi. Roger jumps forward, takes down another. There'll be a buyback from Zayak trying to keep Aloha Dance alive, but the Reaper Strike comes through, and that's Aloha Dance down for 85 seconds. Vega, they've got to run. Now into the pit. Na'Vi go. Can Vega do anything to stop this? They have their ultimates available. They're spotted out. They know what's going on. Cloud's there to stop Slayer from getting in with the shards or the snowball. Vega do have Aloha Dance on the front lines. They really do want to try and stop this, and in fact, Afterlife jumps forward, does get the Dream Coil onto two, but they're still out of range of the Blood Ride. Denny pots the BKB, holds his ground. Mid lane
getting focused.
Trying to go hammer onto Crystallize. They'll snowball in. Crystallize heals himself back up. Io's there with the tether onto Slayer. Dendy's already been brought down. There's the Reaper Scythe. Na'Vi will find one kill in return. Roger turns towards Slayer, gets another. Crystallize still alive in the midst of his all Ghost Shrouds, but he gets taken off by the Diffusal Blade. Vega hitting back incredibly hard here. Roger, can he survive? Is a nice hold from Sneko, doing a lot of damage. General comes in with a hook shot. In fact, G's G can't get himself out of this. Aloha Dance still up, but he's getting kited around. Yulzed up. They do lose the Ricky. Both teams having all ultimates available.
Rogers wants to start the fight.
Oh, but there's a sentry down. He's been bashed up, does get the ult off. Slayer being brought down low. Zarg with the tether. There's General. Straight in the midst of it all with a hook shot. Gets two in the cogs, allowing Sneko to lay down the combo, bringing Zarg down low. That's going to be the IO getting popped. G pops the BKB, turns towards General. Na'Vi, they're back in the pit. They get Aegis onto the hands of Dendy. And now General, he's playing around with them. Finally goes down on the clock, but jump forward. Laguna Blaze there from Dendy. Brings down the Bloodseeker.
Nice
Vega,
shot.
they've lost two. Roger being turned back upon by Aloha Dance, has the vision, bashes him out, will claim a second. 2 for 2, but Dendy continuing to chase. Silver Edge hits there onto the bristle, but he doesn't have the control, can't quite find the stun. Will pick off a casual courier on the way down. Looks towards Slayer. Slayer with the snowball, dodges the last CS, punches Dendy up. Can Slayer get out? He can't. Dragon Slave from Dendy's enough. Oh, a few seconds with that Bloodstone, and he should be back in a good place. A 70 without G. Yul set up into the Ice Path. Aloha Dance in a whole world of pain. Reaper Scythe comes in, doesn't get the initial kill, but it does get the kill nonetheless. Doesn't matter because buyback is there. Aloha Dance goes straight back in, but they've lost another. Buyback from the IO. Vega throwing everything in for this last defense. They've got the three-man Dream Coil. Do they have the follow-up? Aloha Dance looking towards Crystallize, but Na'Vi just stand their ground, take down the tier 3. BKB out on Aloha Dance, but he's still taking so much right-click from Dendy. Dendy, light strike onto Slayer. Dendy gets the double kill. Dendy, he takes down another. They're all dead apart from this Zayak IO, and he is the last to pop.
Oh my, yeah,
It
honestly.
was not a triumph. He won't be making a note. This was not a great success in this series. 2-0 Na'Vi.